I don't have an Easter basket.
Wait, you don't?
No, I don't. You got eggs, but I don't have an Easter basket.
Well, because maybe you're a bunny? Were you supposed to?
Maybe, oh, I'm the Easter bunny. I was supposed to deliver.
I'm the Easter
Cat.
Cheshire cat.
I'm still sugar.
And I'm the squirrel. But you know what? Since I'm a squirrel, I found some nuts, and so I squirreled them away. So guess what? Happy Easter, sugar.
There's really treats in here.
But the best treat of all
What?
is this.
I think somebody left a treat wrapper
That's a big treat wrapper.
behind. I'll just be sitting over here eating my treat. Ooh, I really like these.
Those are the best. The mini egg.
I'll eat them later.
But this is the best.
Oh,
Right here.
actually, you need to hold on
You
to that.
actually have to watch out. Don't use that. That's don't eat that either. I was just telling my kids, don't let the cat eat that because it killed the cat.
I'm a bunny. I'm good.
Okay. So we've got Bunny BanGA today. And I have a little shout out to the lovely Sarah because Sarah kind of invented the idea because we're going to do yoga with bands.
Bang, go.
Go. B-I-N-G-O. Okay.
Okay.
So, Bunny BanGA. Or Cheshire cat. Or Catga. Kanga?
Cat got your attention, obviously.
Anyways, so we're just going to do a simple yoga sequence. And here's the best news. If you don't have a band at home, don't just be like, oh, forget this and turn it off. Because we're not going to use it that much. And the pieces that we do, I'll show you modifications. You just do it as if you had a band and you don't. No worries, right? The thing I'm most excited about is I used to use this back in the day to teach people how to do chaturanga properly.
What was that, last week?
Chaturanga is a yogi push-up, right? So I used to actually use a band where I would use a yoga strap, but this is even better. So we're not going to use it quite yet, so take your band off. But we're going to get started and do some yoga. Sound good?
Good.
We decided that Saturdays are cycle Saturdays and Sundays are yoga.
Saturday is for cycle, Sunday is to chill.
Yeah, to chill okay.
The Achilles.
Chill the Achilles.
Make sure that you're ready for the next step session that's
Yes.
coming
Yes.
sometime in your future.
Yes. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, right? Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Monday's the
No.
Mass Stepper.
Shh. No. Today's Sunday. Just let me have this.
Oh, okay. Okay. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Hurry up and chill. Go into child's pose, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are my ears?
I know. Watch out for your ears. All right, y'all. So, take a nice big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, pull those hips back. I'm joining the sugar here and let your forehead melt to the floor. Don't be worried. Be happy. Be hoppy. Don't worry. Be happy. That reminds me, I need to do my plank. I got a good plank song today.
Oh, good.
So nice big breath in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth and just Now Sugar has her knees nice and close together, which stretches the low back. We talked about this before, that if you separate those knees a little bit further, you'll feel the stretch change and move more into the hips. So it just depends on what you're needing for today. I think we should call Sundays Slow Down Sundays and Psycho Saturdays. I like it. I'm distracting. See how I am? Squirrel, squirrel. So inhale, slowly pull ourselves back up into a tabletop position. So on hands and knees. Splay out the fingertips so every single finger presses into the mat. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and then just create some length here for a moment through the crown of the head. So the tendency a lot of times is, back in the day, we would have a mirror in front of us, right? So we like to look up and look in the mirror, which is good because you check out the form. But in this case, can you keep your gaze down to the floor to create that length? Would you knock it off?
Focus on the hand.
Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone to the sky, and just take the gaze up as high as you can comfortably without tweaking that neck. Every fingertip presses in. Focus on planting through hands. Exhale, hollow the belly and reverse this. Bring the chin towards the chest. Let the head hang. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, round the spine. And we're just gonna keep moving like this at the rhythm and pace of your own breath. The beauty is you breathe at your own pace. You know, yesterday we talked about a little bit of, you know, we tend to compete with other people. We tend to look at our weaknesses instead of celebrating our strengths. Your breath is your own. Every single one of us breathe, but we all breathe at a different pace. So your breath dictates how fast you move through every single pose. And notice if you breathe quickly, we resemble hyperventilation a little bit, right? So the slower, the deeper the breath, the better. One more time like this. And as we exhale, hollow that belly out. Take all the air, squeeze it out of the lungs, and then gently just drape the hips back towards the heels. Find that child's pose again. Now wiggle the fingertips a little further forward and settle in. So noticing just that little shift and the ability to stretch deeper and sink more toward the floor. Inhaling, pressing back up in the tabletop. So this time we're going to take it a notch further. So again, inhaling, lifting the heart, lifting the head. Exhaling to round the spine, hollow the belly, let the head hang. Let your ears hang low, let the wobble to and fro. Inhale, lift. Can you time in a knot? Can you time in a bow?
This is not chill.
Exhale, round the spine. Yes, it is.
Yeah, chill.
I don't know what that means. Inhaling, coming back to tabletop position. Now take the right leg, left leg, and extend it back to the back wall. Pause. Now, instinctually, did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
I lifted the hip a little too high. Do you see my booty? So drop the hip down a little bit lower, so now you're parallel to the floor. That makes your other glute go, oh, oh. The side of the glute went, oh. That arm extends forward, and you pause. Now notice, same thing. Instinctually, we stretch the shoulder too far forward. Can you pull it back? So now you're more stable, right? Can you flex your foot of your back leg? Plant through every single fingertip of the hand that's supporting you. Pause. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Tap in gently. Inhaling, reaching back out. Now reach a little bit further. The breath guides you. Exhale to squeeze back in. Inhaling to reach back out. One more time like this. Exhale in. Inhale out. Pause. Hand comes down to the floor. Now this leg that's extended, just tap the toes down for a moment. The knee that's on the floor is going to turn out like it kicks in on a bike. And then we gently just rotate open. So now left shoulder, left wrist is in line. Right fingertips may be unfurled to sky. And if it feels right, you pick up that right leg and just hover it off the floor. It's an option, not an order. You can always keep the hand down. Now keep grounding through the palm that's on the floor to give you more length. Can you reach your fingertips a little bit further? Open up your fingertips, jazz hands. Oh yeah. Exhale, rotate back down. Bring it back down to tabletop position. Again, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Plant through every single fingertip and let the head hang heavy. Inhale again, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine and then pull back in a child's pose once more. Again, maybe the fingertips walk a little further forward and sink. Inhaling to drive back up. Palms slide directly under shoulders. We always start with a strong foundation with everything we do, right? This time, left leg extends out. Notice how the hip tried to lift. Square the hips and shoulders off. Pause for a moment. Feel the difference. Opposite arm reaches forward. Connect with shoulder. So shoulder pulls back onto the back. Pause. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Inhale, reach. One more time. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Inhale to reach. Pause. Hand comes down to the floor. Square off hips and shoulders. Now, set those toes just on the floor. Kickstand. Open it up. Now, you sometimes have to wiggle to find that shoulder and wrist perfectly in line. Once you're there, then your opposite arm maybe reaches to sky, and maybe your back leg lifts. Keep pressing down into the floor. Your foundation, by grounding, enables you to reach and expand more. Exhale, slowly unravel, place it back down, find your tabletop. Again, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, back in a child's pose, and melt here. 2 more big breaths. And the next time you inhale, stretch fingertips forward, splay fingertips open, press back down to the floor and lift up. So back in that tabletop position. From here, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Now curl those toes under and find a downward facing dog. So lift the tailbone super high to the sky, so up to the tippy toes if you can. And then as we exhale, slowly lower down through the heels. Now, a lot of people think you have to touch the heels to the floor to be successful in this pose. That's not the case. Just find that sensation of lengthening the backs of the legs. So again, come up to the tippy toes. This should be a nice little calf workout. Exhale, sink down to the heels, Achilles. One more time like this. Inhale, lift up. And then exhaling to sink down. Now, inhale, take your left leg, right leg, high to the sky and pause. Just opening up the hip. Keep pressing down to the hands. Maybe you bend into the knee. Keep pressing down to that heel just like you were in that downward facing dog. Exhale, revolve the hip back over. Inhale back to the tippy toes. Exhale to sink down to the heels. Do that one more time. Inhaling to tippy toes. And as you exhale, sink through the heels so you can get the weight out of your hands. The sensation should rock more towards the back side of the body. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. Left leg. And then open up the hip. Keep pressing down, especially through your left hand. Exhale, bring it back down. One more time. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale to heels. Shift the weight forward into plank. Drop down to knees. Sink back into child's pose. Woo, woo. Yeah, right? Let go. Even in a yoga practice, which seems, by comparison to a lot of what we do in #Karina's Garage, to be more simplistic, it still has ebbs and flows, highs and lows. And stretching our bodies, especially when we're not doing it as often as we normally would, is a challenge, right? So inhale, let's pull up into tabletop position, but take it a notch further. So before we grab that band, slide the hips forward. Let's talk about plank for a moment. So a lot of times in yoga, we do upward facing dog where the belly sinks. Before you can effectively do that, we want to make sure that we can engage the core properly. So we'll zip lock the inner thighs together, squeeze them a little bit, and then lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep reaching. So right now you should feel a pulling sensation right here in those abs, yeah? Yeah. Now from here, lock your elbows to the sides of the body and slowly lower with control, all the way down. Inhale, before you extend and lift the heart, pick up both of your feet, slide them back as far as they go. Notice how far they go. Sugar's resting her nose on a green Easter egg right now.
That was not planned.
That was amazing. And it's green too, it matches your outfit. Lock your elbow to the sides of your body. Now, push down to the tops of your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs together. You should feel your glutes, yes?
Yes.
Now lift your heart just a little bit off the floor. So now your back is more protected. A lot of times we just crank up in this pose because we think a big, beautiful back bend is where it's at. Exhale, slowly soften everything and then lower back down. Press with the hands, pull back up to the knees, drop back to child's pose. So this should feel like the opposite, right? We often do opposition, well, I should say often. We all the time do opposition after each yoga pose so that you can rest and relax between each one.
Teacher, can I have a towel?
You need a towel?
You have a towel, teacher.
Inhale, all the way back up. We're gonna try that again. So lengthen, squeeze the inner thighs together. A lot of times people think the faster you do yoga, the more effective it is. I'm not gonna say that it's more effective one or the other, but here's the beauty. You do anything more slowly, you do it more mindfully, right?
Right.
And sometimes you gotta learn those basics and make sure you can feel the poses. Sometimes we go fast, we don't have to feel. In life and in yoga, in all things.
Do I still have my ears on?
Yes, you do. Awesome. Exhale, slowly lower, elbows to sides. Inhale, lift the heart. Now, what do we need to do? Scoot your legs back, right? Press every single toenail, the tops of them down to the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs. Now as you inhale, you peel up from the heart, not from the head. A little different, right? Exhale, slowly release. Let the legs soften. Press back up. Stretch back into child's pose. Now, just for giggles, Come on up in a tabletop position. Scoot yourself in a little bit. If you have a band today, join us.
Oh, it's too far away.
And matches your towel. Like yellow, green.
It's like an
Got a
Easter
little
egg
lavender.
hunt.
Just like a, yeah, she looks like a tie-dye Easter egg kid. I told her she's a very, she looks like an Easter egg, but a nice, lean, sexy one. All right.
Thank you.
Right below the elbows. Don't want to go any higher then. And if you're on the elbows, it'll obviously impinge what you're doing. So what we're going to do is come into that plank position again with the band attached. Now, obviously with the band, it'll help you to give it some resistance out. But when you do a chaturanga, which is what we're practicing, you want to keep your elbows close to the sides of your body, yes?
Yes.
So if you have a band that's too loose and your elbows are out too far, it's not going to work for this one, all right? So scoot your knees back. Takes a little bit of finagling to get into. You're not going to come all the way to the floor. So hands directly underneath the shoulders. Keep pulling out with the band. Do you feel resistance here already?
Yes.
This should intensify your core work just by doing this alone. Now as we exhale, we're just going to practice by bending the elbows and bringing the chest straight down, coming about halfway down and then pushing straight back up. Oh baby, triceps.
My band's got in my way.
Exactly. Exhale, slowly lower. Shimmy, 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 shake. Push down through your hands. Inhale to push back up.
Oh.
This is a game changer, you guys. Like, we're not even on the toes yet, and this sucks. Exhale, slowly back down.
Woo.
Inhale to push up. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. I'm going to still try to creep up and help. Last time, exhale, take it down and hold it. Hold. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, press up. Now, uncurl those toes. Downward facing dog. Now this is kind of a unique way of doing a down dog because oftentimes people try to start messing with their hands. Your hands should not have moved.
Nope.
Nope. If you are in a plank position, you do not need to change your feet or your hands. So now let's inhale to a plank position. Feet don't move. Hands don't move. Hands are directly on your shoulders, yes or no?
Yep.
Drop down to the knees. Exhale, slowly descend as far down as you can go. Now inhale to push straight back up. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Notice nothing changes.
Yep.
This will enable you to get the best stretch out of your spine because downward facing dog is about elongating the spine. Inhale one more time. Come back into that modified plank. Drop to the knees. Release toes. Exhale back down. Hold. Inhale, push up. Ay, ay, ay.
My band's spinning.
Exhale. You need a tougher band. You want to get to a
No, I'm good. Sure it.
Now, right leg high to the sky. Sweep it up, step it on the outside of that band. Now drop down to the knee.
Oh,
Now.
no.
I
You got a burrito.
the burrito band. We'll wait for the sugar. It's fine. This is a great hip stretch. So, if you want to improve the strength of obviously your upper body, right, your core, and in this case, the hip as well, keep pressing out with the band. We're just going to practice little baby push-ups. Now, if you feel like you're stuck and you can't move, try wiggling your foot out a little bit further. Okay, so ready?
Maybe.
Exhale to sink down. Inhale to push up. Oh yeah, baby.
What?
It's microscopic, but oh so effective. You're not going to get as low into it, but triceps, yes?
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I know. You love me.
Puppies.
2 more. 1 more time. Now, here's the fun part. Press up, curl those back toes underneath. Now, scoot your back leg in just a hair so you can have some stability here because your hands are going to be in a precarious position. Take your hands off the floor, hover them.
Oh, I'm worried.
Yeah. Push down through your feet. Keep your elbows bent, come to standing. Now to reach your arms up. Keep pulling out with the band.
Woo!
Huge difference. Now notice that the foot is a little off the mat, so just be careful of that. We don't want it to slip. Exhale, hands slowly come back down. Keep the tension constant.
Mm-hmm.
Press it down, hold.
Whose idea was this?
Step your right foot back. Now, kicker. Full chaturanga. Are you ready?
God.
So exhale, bend the elbows, come down. Now here's the fun part. Because we want to come into an upward facing dog, drop down to the knees, lift the heart, and that's when the band rolls.
Yeah.
Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep pulling out. Woo.
Yep.
Arms are shaking, yeah?
Yep.
So, left leg high. You got 2 of them. Step all the way through. Drop down to the knee.
Fix your hand.
Fix your band. That's the only hard part. This is why yoga straps are fun, because they're material. So they have the cloth bands too, but ours are kind of new.
I think mine's are getting sweaty, that's why.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So sink forward into the hip as much as possible. And again, those of you who don't have a band, guess what? You can still do this exact same thing at home.
I'm sure.
So exhale, drop down. Inhale, push up. Woo! Let's do 4 times. 3.
Oh, this elbow broke once in my lifetime. It's not happy with
It's
this
not happy
at all.
You can take off the band.
Woo!
1 more time. Woo! Now come on up. So from here, curl those toes under. Step back into plank position. Full chaturanga. Bend. Pause. Hold. So keep pressing out with the band, but notice it doesn't let you come down all the way. Knees are always an option. Now knees down, heart up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Almost done. So drop down gently to the knees and let's peel off that band, yeah? Oh. Interesting, right?
This elbow went, no.
No. But game changer, right? So that's the thing, is people think that, oh, yoga's easy peasy. If you think that, then I guarantee you're probably not doing it.
Right.
Right.
You're not doing it at all.
Yeah, or that too. So let's come back to the tabletop, shake it out a little bit. Find a quick downward facing dog. So let's get off the hand. So the right leg sweeps high to the sky, and we step through, just like we did before. Oh, I didn't come to standing, dang it. It's okay.
Thank
Rise
God.
up. I know I forgot, see. Arms reach up, sink down to the legs. Oh, so this is crescent. Now let's work on opening that back hip. So your back foot is just gonna spiral open, but notice what happens. As my foot opens, naturally I turn to this midline. So could you turn your heart back to the front? Now a lot of people, this doesn't feel good on the hip. So take your stance a little wider. Get off that tightrope. Now shine those headlights to the front of the room. Now the fingertips come up. Exhale, arms come down. Let's take a big step back. All we're gonna do is switch and take the other leg high, because I don't wanna do the chaturanga. We're done with those right now. Step through, drive up, arms reach. Inhale to reach up. Now this is crescent, hips are naturally level. So now just pivot your back foot open. And for most people, this is too close, unless you're loosey-goosey in your hips. So get off your tightrope, turn the hips back forward. You can go as wide, you can go off your mat if you need to. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, all the way down. Big step back, downward facing dog. Now inhale, take the gaze forward, hop, step, or curl your feet to the front edge of your mat, and then just hang heavy over. Be swinging or swaying a little side to side. Hands come to the hips, inhale, reach up. Roll up slow. Inhale, reach the arms to sky. Exhale, swan dive down.
There goes my ears.
Inhale, halfway. Knew that was gonna happen, buddy. Exhale, top of your push-up. Now you know what to do, right? So focus. Imagine that band's there. Slowly lower with control. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, back in child's pose. Little break because we're about to grab our band.
Oh, God.
Inhale, slowly walk it in or roll it up. Grab your band. Take your time. We're gonna put it on the feetsies. So right above the ankle. It's gonna be so much fun.
It was fun until my ear just fell off. Okay.
The best part was when your nose was on the ear.
That was not planned.
Okay, so we're gonna start seated because we're already here. And just pick your feet up. Oh man. Hang on to your shins for a moment, we'll make it easy. So notice where your tension is. Most of us have done band workouts before, booty bands. Not usually down here on the feet though. So just open the legs a little wider out to the side and then bring them closer. So easy peasy resistance. Obviously feel the core a little bit more.
Oh, my feet aren't dirty.
They probably are. We've been walking around in the garage. They're sugar. 2 more. Woo!
Yep.
Now hold it out. Now bend your knees, set your feet on the floor. Push down with your hands and scoot yourself forward to the front edge of your mat. So this is a nice little yogi squat. So the challenge is to get your feet wide enough apart. Turn the toes out a little bit, elbows to the inner thighs, and ooh,
Oh,
WD-40 for the win. Hands to floor. Now exhale, turn your toes forward just a hair and then fold over. So now you want to press back to the back side of your legs, yes?
Yep.
Let your head relax, ears may fall off, and that's okay.
Your ears might fall off.
Inhale, slowly rise. So, reach the fingertips up. So even though the band is lower, you should still feel resistance in the legs, yes?
Yeah.
Exhale, hands through heart center, sink down to a squat position. Yeah, inhale, reach up. So we're gonna flow like this a few more times. Exhale, sit down to the hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit down to the hips. Feels good though, right? One more time. Now this time, stay here. Now, walk your feet a little wider so you feel that resistance. Get the butt low. Get the butt down. Left fingertips reach to the back of the room and just open the arms. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale up. So the tendency is, and you can see us probably doing it, is your body shifts. The hips try to go with you. Try to keep your hips level. Ooh. Inhale, reach up. One more time. To each side to be balanced. One more. Woo. Back up now. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold it forward. A big stretch in those hamstrings. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Now, here's your challenge. Technically, you gotta hop your feet back. You ready?
Okay.
Go.
I just got I'm so worried about my Achilles, y'all.
Yeah.
Woo.
Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, keep your feet where they are. Just lift your heart. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Exhale, downward facing dog. So this is obviously a closer stance. Ay, ay, ay. Inhale, bend your knees. This is the tough part. Take your gaze forward. This is what we call the bunny hop.
Oh, God.
Hop, step, crawl, whatever you need to do.
Inch your way up there.
That's right.
I'll be there.
Fold it forward.
I'll be right there.
Inhale, roll up. I'm sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Exhale, sink all the way down to squat. Left fingertips reach out. Inhale, back up. Opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive over legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, you know what to do. Top of your push-up. Lengthen. Exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, keep your legs where they are. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bunny style. Bend your knees, take your gaze forward. Bam!
I was like,
Bunny BanGA!
boop, boop, boop,
Little bunny foo foo. That's my song. Inhale, roll up. I'm doing my playing for little bunny foo foo. One more time. Sink low. Sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bottom. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Fun, right? Woo. Not done yet. Gaze comes forward. You know what to do. Shot. Now, from here, we come up halfway, booty down low. Now, this doesn't seem like very yoga-ish. We're gonna take our right leg and step it back and find that resistance and tap it in.
Oh,
Now
yeah, I
switch
knew
sides.
that was coming.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got a band on your feet. What do you expect?
Woo.
Again. So at your own tempo, extend. So as you reach back, not so much the sugar, but I'm gonna do this. Press down with the heel. So I toe ball heel.
Oh,
Toe ball heel.
I can do it.
Can you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do it. I'm good.
Mine feels good. A little bit.
Yeah, it's flexy.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't think about ankle stability enough, right? I use my BOSU a lot for that purpose because I have, actually from teaching step for so long, I blew out my ankle so bad that my foot doctor was like, you basically...
You need a new foot.
Yeah, pretty much. So she's like, your ligaments are kind of shot. So I've used the BOSU a lot and I had to work on my ankle stability. 4 more. Sweating.
So what I'm hearing is you think I should work on the BOSU too.
Yes, ma'am. Step in, now hold it. Take your feet out even wider, sit low. All the way down if you can. Ooh. Now here's the fun part, you ready?
I was hoping that I could get an egg and fall out.
Exhale, hands down. Oh no. Come on. Come on, bunny.
I can't.
Pop. Or walk.
Oh, so worried.
Lower. Inhale, back bend.
Oh.
Oh, egg just fell out. Exhale, downward facing dog.
I broke my egg.
Oh gosh. Okay, we gotta jump forward. I'm sorry. She didn't know this was coming.
Okay, I'm ready.
Boing.
Oy.
Fold it. Inhale.
You fold
Reach
it.
it all the way up. Exhale, sit low. Oh God. Ready? I keep thinking of sunglasses on my head. Okay, tap out and in. Are you tapping out yet?
Yeah, I'm with you. I got a fly that's trying to get at my eggs.
I was like, you have fly in those pants? Oh. Pants are falling down.
Do
That's
I?
how we roll.
Do I?
So I was like, gosh, my pants keep falling down. And Quinn goes, are you losing weight, Mom? I'm like, I don't think so. I was
The
like,
correct answer is thank you, son.
yes, thank you, child. 4 more. 3 more. 2 and 1. Guess what? Arms reach up. Exhale, come all the way down. Elbows to inner thighs. Are you ready? She's gonna be doing this later on tonight. I know it. Down dog. Down bunny rabbit.
Down, rabbit. Rabbit down.
Okay, so here's the fun part. Ready? So now you're gonna step forward to your hands and then back out to plank.
It's like that damn bear walk.
Yep. On your tippy toes though, right? And then out, out. The band might move a little, it's okay. Keep going.
You gotta pull it.
Forward,
Pull it.
forward.
Oh.
Woo! Burn me!
Woo.
Anybody feel anything yet?
Yep.
Get your back flat. I noticed I've been rounding. And
Get
then
your back flat. What? Oh my God. Woo. There goes my hand.
4, 3.
Falling apart.
I'm sweating.
Oh
Give me
God.
2 more. 2. Last one. Guess what? You're in plank. Lower. Back bend. Down dog. You're almost done. Take your feet forward. Fold it. Inhale, roll up. Ooh, gosh, that got me that last one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit low. Okay, ready? This one sucks. Take your feet a little
Don't say
wider.
that. Did you hear she said that?
Hamstring.
We haven't even started it yet.
Hamstring.
Oh yeah.
Hamstring. Pull. Pull back. So, trying to kick your little bunny cottontail today.
Oh, I don't have one. That would have been cute, huh?
It would have been cute.
Surprised you didn't come up with that.
I thought about it, but I didn't have anything that resembled a bunny tail. Oh, you know what would have been good is my shower poof in the shower.
Oh, see?
Should go get one
So
real quick.
creative.
4, 3, 2. Here's the hard part. Last one. Now repeat this one. Up, up. Stabilize on this leg. Up.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. 8, 7.
Woo!
Bend this other knee. Come on. Feel it?
Yep.
Switch sides. You know you want to. Up. 8, 7. Booty's kind of like my thing, huh?
Booty's definitely obviously not mine.
3, 2, and 1. Sit low. Guess what? All the way down. One more time for sugar. Hands down.
Gosh.
You can always do a little float here, right? That's what we call the bunny hop.
Beep, 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 beep.
Downward facing dog. Now, take your feet, hop them about halfway, and then have a seat. Oh, not done, not done. Take the bottoms of the feet kind of close together. So what we're gonna do is roll the band up a little higher. So, obviously, depending on how tight your band is, you're not gonna get your knees all the way down. So, but you have to resist it. So hands come right here on the ankles. Open, pause, and then close.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So open, hold the stretch, and then gently resist. Because here's the thing, if you let it go,
Splat.
you're gonna have like a
Bam.
big bruise on your
Big
inner
bruise.
thighs.
Like that. Excuse me. Is that your band or?
Okay, one more. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm gonna thread my arms through so it stays put.
Yeah.
Hold the stretch, hold the stretch. Sit up tall.
Ooh, sweaty.
I know. 4, 3, it's about to slide up, I know it. 2, and back to center. Slowly heel it down to your
Or rip
ankles.
it off.
No, ankles!
Oh,
We ain't done. Close. All the way on the back. I'm gonna turn sideways. So, lift the hips up. Let me walk the band.
oh.
Step on the
Stop
band.
on an egg. Find an egg to step on.
So, out to the right and in. And out to the left and in. Now keep the hips up, because if you notice, my hips just dropped, because I was thinking about what my feet were doing.
I'm gonna try and balance my
Out.
eggs on my knees.
Out and in.
Hold it exercise.
You got 4 more. 3 more. Come on, guys.
2 more. Woo!
And 1. Now hold it. Lift your hips as high as you can. Now for a more traditional yoga pose, if you slide your feet in a little bit, come up onto those tippy toes. Lift the hips even higher. Notice how the knees are splaying out. So hips, knees, ankles all in one line. Hands might thread underneath the seat. And then wiggle onto the shoulders so you get more lift. This actually preps the body for a shoulder stand.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and slowly release. Slide down with the tailbone. Lift the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Now peel off the band. That was fun. Drop your knees over to the right. Open up the arms like wings. Get your Easter eggs out of the way. Oh! And melt.
Scrambled eggs.
We have hard boiled for sure. Kind of feel like a poached egg. Knees slowly draw back up to center and exhale them to the opposite side. Feels better now, though, right?
Oh, it feels fantastic now.
Mhm. Cheers. Knees slowly come back up to center. Squeeze them in tight. Draw a nice little circle with those hips, because we did a little hip work today. And then maybe go the opposite direction, just a few times. Legs extend up to sky. Now, take a moment, look at your toes. Oh God.
This is gonna be a good view.
Yeah. Ta-da! Turn anklet. So imagine that you have the balls of your feet on the ceiling. So balls of the feet come up, so your toes splay out and come towards you, right? Tap your heels together, take them back to Kansas. And now point and flex.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, point. Hollow out for the belly, right? So even as you do this, brace your core. So what ends up happening is people's legs start kind of freaking out a little bit. They start shimmying and shaking. And they're like, I don't want to do it anymore. So you can bend your knees if you need to kind of try to hang on. Got 4 more. Breathe. 3, 2. Last one, hold your point. Now take your right leg almost down to the floor and hold it. You start to feel a pull that's a little intense on the hip. Come up a little bit. You don't have to go so low. Inhale, slowly draw up. When you draw from your core, not your hip. Exhale, opposite leg down. If you need to, bend the knee to take pressure off. Inhaling to come back up. So one more time to each side. Slow and control. Feel your core. Right here in the belly button, right? All the way up. Hip is part of it, but unfortunately those hip flexors do too much work for us. Inhale up. Now here's the hard part. Zip lock your legs together. Slowly come down. With both legs, most of the time you don't come down as far. Watch that the hips aren't taking over. Feel a little shimmy. All the way up. One more time. Exhale out. Hold at the bottom for a moment. 4, 3, 2, back up. Bring your knees in, hug them into your chest. Extend the legs long. Reach the arms up overhead. My back pump, that was amazing. Exhale, little sweat angel separate the legs just a bit. And kind of give the body a little shimmy or shake. And from here, you can move into Shavasana. Drawing the breath from the tips of the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Every single breath you take, stretching and moving throughout the entire length of the body. And then allow this breath to inspire movement in the body. So maybe wiggling fingertips, wiggling toes. Eventually taking a nice big breath and stretching from tips of toes all the way up to the crown of the head. And then as we exhale, draw those knees into the chest one at a time and just rocking gently side to side. And as we exhale, gently dropping those knees over to the right and pausing for a breath or two on this side. Taking our time, just slowly bringing ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes still closed. Bringing the hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to just appreciate the time that we've spent together this morning in Bunny BanGA. Because after all, I'm the squirrel.
I'm the Easter bunny.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. Hope you have a lovely Easter Sunday with your fam and friends from a distance.
I'm gonna go eat my treat.
Oh, you're gonna go eat your treat.
Until next time.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned. We'll have scheduled posted for next week.